Welcome to our latest Swampcast. We're here on Florida Field after the spring game. We won't be doing another one of these until the summer when football season gets here. But Robbie, there was no question who the star of the spring game was today. Chris Rainey, who had a great spring. I know you wrote a great story about him. He just was unbelievable today.
He just broke out, Pat. I mean, the cut he put on Ahmad Black, his former high school teammate, was one of the best I've ever seen in the open field. And I mean, this kid has been doing it all spring. That's why Coach Meyer and the players weren't surprised at all that Rainey did what he did today. They were saying they expected that, and he's going to get the ball in the fall. He's getting touches. He's going to line up at receiver, running back, and like Coach Meyer told you, he's starting somewhere. Yeah, starting somewhere, maybe at receiver as a third receiver, which is interesting, and that's where he was on the 65-yard touchdown pass, split out wide. But he certainly was good. Emmanuel Moody came on in the second half especially, but he had the fumble. If he's going to fumble, he ain't going to play. The fumble wiped, in Urban Meyer's mind, the fumble wiped out all the good stuff because he's not going to tolerate the ball on the ground. He said that ever since he's been here, and he's really been stressing it this spring because Moody's been putting it on the ground. He's got to fix that problem or he's not going to see the field. Tim Tebow is ill. He had the flu and had a 102-degree temperature yesterday, but I thought he played pretty solidly. Maybe one bad decision on the throw that was picked off. He had two picked off. One was a deflection. The other one was a deflection, but it was probably a poor throw. But overall, I thought he played pretty well. Yeah, and Tim said there was no doubt he was going to play. He didn't care how sick he was. He goes, "It's football, I'm going to play." And he commented after the game, too, that he thinks he's improved his game in certain areas, reading defenses, decision-making, things like that. And I know they've worked a lot on the 2-minute offense, so I think he's improved his game, which is a good thing. I thought the secondary did okay. I think there were a lot of guys open, but I thought overall the tackling was good there. And that was one area we're looking at. Defensive line still, other than Carlos Dunlap, it's got a long way to go. They got bodies, but do they have SEC players? I'm not sure right now. Yeah, and Coach Meyer said they're not an SEC defensive line right now, and mainly because of tackle, Pat. Nobody's really stepped forward and done things. A little good here, good there, but inconsistent and not the dominant type tackles they want here. And one of our homeboys, Caleb Sturgis, showed off his leg today. Robbie and I went to high school with his dad, which shows how old we are. Yeah. But bombed a 60-yarder and really has a powerful leg. He's got to improve his accuracy though. Yeah, he'll get that though, Pat. This is a totally inexperienced 17-year-old kicking in front of 60,000 people on national television. Yep. So that's not bad. And Coach Meyer says it like it's a bomb goes off when he hits the ball. You can hear the thump from the press box. Overall, no significant injuries this spring. I think they got what they wanted out of the spring. I think Coach Meyer is happy with what happened and certainly happy with 61,000 people being here, ESPN Game Day. As you said, Robbie, it's just a big recruiting show for them. Yeah, it is. It really is. And, like Coach Meyer was worried about chemistry before the start of the spring. I think the players talked after today that they think they're closer than a year ago, and that's a good way to start or head into the offseason. If you hope to play for a championship later on here in the year. It was interesting that he said in July of last year he knew that team could not play for a national championship. They didn't have the chemistry. They didn't have what they have. He's hoping that happens. And Robbie, as you know, the next 3 months are crucial for this football team, even though the coaches won't have much interaction with them. Yeah, this is when Marotti and those guys take over the strength, and they are the coaches of this team basically. And in a way, Tebow, guys like that are coaches too, to make sure they get out and throw the ball. But yeah, these next 3 months are critical, and as far as getting back in the right frame of mind to start 2 days in August. Well, the blue beat the orange, if you care, and Brandon picked it on our last video cast. He picked the blue, so Brandon, way to go, Brandon. I think I was leaning toward the orange. Yeah, then you saw Tebow was playing for the blue, and that was the end of that. And one last thing before we go, Cam Newton, not a great day today. No, he struggled, Pat, and it's kind of been that way all fall. He's done spring, he's done a few good things, but the consistency isn't there right now, especially throwing the ball. He's got to get better. They got to have a good backup quarterback. It's too bad that John Brantley was hurt because I think he would have gotten a lot of opportunity today, and he's thrown the ball extremely well here the last week. So that'll be interesting to see where those two go in the fall. Well, that's going to do it. We'll be back with you in the summer when the Gators get ready to go back to the practice field and see how they do next season. Until then, Pat Dooley, the Gainesville Sun, Robbie Andreu, the Gainesville Sun. Spring is over, Robbie. You can relax now. Okay, there's the star of the spring right there. There he is, yeah. Give it an autograph. Hey, is that legal? We'll see you next time, guys.